Hãy like, đăng ký và chia sẻ nhé bạn. Trung tâm Ngoại ngữ Ngọc Vân chúc bạn một ngày vui vẻ.
Think of Phan Rang, think of Vietnam. What environmental issues or problems do you see here? Sure, why not? Noise pollution.
Yeah, I really hate smart pollutions. For yesterday, I have a test and I needed to reduce my noise because my neighbor sends karaoke countlessly.
The curse of Vietnam, I've heard.
Yeah, constantly for 2 hours, and I cannot concentrate with my test.
Yeah, to study for your test.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that like with the environment, or does that just make you mad? Yeah. And even the new place where I live, there's, as Kathy says, there's a Vietnamese lady that sings karaoke, and she is awful. And for some reason, they don't think that they're awful. They think they sound great.
Yeah,
But then everybody has to listen to them. So luckily, when we shut our doors, we have quietness. And our bedroom is to the back. But yeah, even a friend down in Monet, she said karaoke is the curse of Vietnam. But you have to live with it, right? But what would happen if you gave her noise pollution? Maybe as a teenager you couldn't, but I bet you your parents could. Yeah, that's the difference. How about and noise pollution in big cities is, like I was filming some video clips for Mrs. Vun the other day. Actually, Kathy did it, but we were in a classroom at the front. And that's your sound that you have. Because especially the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the horns. And it's crazy. They don't follow the rules of the road, yet they think, And when you're on a motorbike beside them and a big truck comes, you don't get no warning. Is it and you're all over the road. Yeah, noise pollution, probably in big cities it's more aggravating. But how about the environment? How about other issues related to the environment, other than noise? Yeah. Think of Van Rang. We got karaoke, that's a curse in Vietnam. What are the other things for the environment?
Noise pollution.
Got noise pollution. What other pollution?
Noise pollution can make blood pressure.
Blood pressure, yeah. It can definitely. It can affect blood pressure, yeah. So one's physical health, yeah.
Yes, and
Because when you get mad, and stressed out, your blood pressure can go high, and it's not good for your body. But I'm talking what's not good for your earth that's happening right here. Do all those horns cause? Come on, guys, step in. All those racing boys. Zoom, zoom. All the big trucks. All the big factories. What type of pollution is that? What type of environmental concerns? Come on, E. Yes, air pollution. Finally, you broke the ice. Tell us the concern of air pollution here. Here we go. Good volunteer.
I'm talking about air pollution.
Air pollution.
There's some reason which cause air pollution. The burning of fossil fuels.
Yeah.
It's come from factory and industry.
Yeah.
Affect
Mm-hmm.
um,
No, you're on the right path, yeah. Fossil fuels are bad. And we've been using them for years. We're still using them.
we also can see some effect acid rain.
Acid rain, definitely, yeah. Come on, help her out. Don't be on the sideline. Say it in English. I know you can speak good English. Speak out, man. Help her out.
Erosion also causes harmful our life environment. It's cause global warming.
Mm-hmm.
It also bad for our health, cause some disease like lung cancer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where you are right now, I think in Phan Rang, it's not bad because you're on the sea, so you've got a lot of breeze. But I know my friend in Vietnam, now COVID is over and life is getting back to normal in Beijing. You can't see the sky at night. You can't see the stars. You're so lucky because you look up in the night, you go out soon, and you'll be able to see the stars in the sky. They have so much air pollution from all the motor vehicles and the bikes. I think they got more motor vehicles, where it's smog. It's a layer of air pollution. And yeah, your lungs. So how can you avoid that? What are some things that you can do? You are the teachers. How can you educate people to lower the air pollution? What can you do or tell other people to do? How about you? What would you tell people to do to lessen the air pollution in Phan Rang? Factories, but how can you? You're just a student. How can you deal with the factories?
Plant trees.
Plant trees.
Yeah.
Yes, plant trees. I thought I heard factories. Yeah, plant trees. Yeah, that's a big one. Canada, we got millions of trees. But you guys, you don't have too many trees. You need to plant a lot more trees. Yeah. What else? Help them out. Air pollution. You gonna go down to the store that's a block away? Are you gonna jump on your gas-powered motorbike? Or are you gonna look at your mother's bicycle? Maybe take the bicycle, or maybe walk. What do you think, right? You can make a choice with the mode of transportation you choose, right? Yeah. Like last night, I felt lazy. I had a big barbecue and I had to go down the street and I was rushed and I took the motorbike. But if I had time, I would walk, right? So yeah, it's the choices you make, right? How else can you educate people about air pollution? What are we doing now? What are we doing now in English? Not just education for kids, but what are we doing right now? It's a big long C word. Exactly. So you are the teachers, your teacher is giving you her knowledge in relation to the environment. So now you can easily go home and be the teachers. You have parents that ride their motorbikes. You have parents that ride cars. You may have parents that drive big diesel vehicles. You have parents that buy stuff from factories. You have parents that use fossil fuels. You can educate them. You tell them, go home, this is bad for the environment. Your parents have not, or your grandparents have not been in school for many years. They didn't take this. So if they don't see it on the news, on the Vietnamese news, it is up to you then to educate them. And what else then? Air pollution. What other pollution do we worry about here in Phan Rang? It's getting really hot now, right? Global warming. And it's really hot now in Vietnam compared to when it was probably, compared to when your parents were your age. Global warming. And you are lucky because you don't have the natural disasters happening, but around the world, you guys have extreme heat, where in other countries they're having hurricanes and torrential rains and typhoons. And this is all from the environment and how you and mankind, or more corporate greed, is ruining our planet. So think of not the land or the air, but what is happening in the sea, in your sea? Not you got the ice melt, that's with global warming and that, but how about this? And everywhere you look, you see it all over the ground. What's this?
Say louder.
Rubbish, but specifically what? Plastic, yes. And somebody asked me in the other class, Mr. Dan, what do you like doing in your free time? I like swimming. Oh, do you go to the beach in Fan Rang? I said, no, because I've been swimming 2 times. Every time I'm swimming, I'm getting touched by garbage or rubbish. It's gross. In Canada, our lakes and rivers are beautiful. There's no rubbish, no garbage. And it's not just Vietnam. I like to go to Vinny Bay because when I go to Vinny Bay, the water is clear. There's less garbage in the water, less plastic. What country is the #1 country in the world for polluting the oceans? Not Singapore. What's that country on the north end of your border? China. Kathy just read an article that identified China as the #1 country to be polluting our waters. And you can see the garbage when you drive to Vinny Bay on the coast because all the plastic is washed up on those beautiful beaches, right? But out in the ocean, because all the sea and the oceans have tides and currents, there is a huge garbage dump right in the middle of the ocean. It's awful. Light pollution? I've never heard of light pollution. The air pollution, the big thing is the environment. What are the other ones on the environment? Yeah, contamination. Contamination, right? And think on a very simple basis, you guys are very lucky. Where we in Canada, we have 4 seasons. So right now, it is spring, and it is, what time is it? It's, it's 7 o'clock in the morning in Toronto, it's 8 degrees. So people don't get up and go to a local market where all the ladies are out selling good fresh vegetables. We have to go to heated supermarkets. And a lot of our produce, like vegetables and fruits, it's imported from other countries when we have winter and spring, because we have some greenhouses, but we can't count on them. So what are the 2 types of vegetables and fruits that people grow, even here? What? Chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers. And where does that go when it rains?
Into the ground.
Into the ground. Yeah, your teacher's right. It goes into the plants, #1. That's not good for you. Oh, it makes it bigger, it makes it greener, oh, it makes it look pretty, but it's not always healthier. Then the other stuff leaches, it drains into the ground. So you get contaminated soil, right? And it takes the earth, Mother Earth, a long time to heal that. What's the only good type of fertilizer? And you have them walking all over the place on the outside of the city. Okay?
Organic.
Cows. That's the only really good type of fertilizer. It's old cow manure, right? That's the only, but even in that, there's poison, E. coli. And if that manure gets into your water system, your organs can suffer and you can die. E. coli is a very dangerous bacteria. It's happened in Canada. Yeah, so you have to really watch it. And we all need to drink fresh water, right? Do you drink water out of the tap at home?